Welcome back for more naval action. Now, I was intending to record the next episode of Through the Ranks series, but I was just in and grinding out my DLCs, as I usually pick them and break them up for Seasoned Woods. However, we came out with a pretty lucky roll on a Pandora, and many of you may not be familiar with it, or many of you will be, I don't know. The Pandora is a DLC ship given out as a prize to the beta or alpha testers. I can't remember, but some of the ones joined in on the early access, and I've been in the game for a bit now, and I have it. So I usually the only DLC ships I have, which I've mentioned before, is this one and the Trincomalee, as the early access players were given when the game released. And I usually just grind them every day, redeem them, make them out of seasoned live oak and teak and white oak, break them up and get a bit of logs that way. However, we did come up fairly well on the Pandora, so I thought we'd take her out for a spin. So we came out with I usually go seasoned teak for this one, and that's the way I get a bit of seasoned teak going in. But she came out with 4 upgrade slots, purple, and a fairly good port bonuses here. Hull 3, crew 3, gunnery is only 1, sailing is 4. So decent bonuses here. So I thought, let's take her out for a bit of spin. Now, I've never really used the Pandora for anything. I think I've done one fight in her early on, but I've unlocked no slots on it. Yeah, no, actually I don't have a fight on this one. 0 XP on the Pandora. So I thought, let's take her out for a spin and see what she can do. I've upgraded her with some Nassau Fencing Masters just for a bit of boarding. Probably go trader hunting a bit in her. And as we've put carronades on her, and we got these ridiculous 2-pounder medium swivel guns on top deck, I've put some St. Kitts gunpowder in just to get a bit more penetration on the guns, a bit more damage from the carronades. With the French gunners in, again for the penetration, and just a bit more armor. I know it's going to slow her down somewhat, but as a small 5th rate, she is the smallest 5th rate, we can do with the 2% drop in speed there. We're still up in the positives when it comes to speed anyway. She's carrying 22 32-pounder carronades, 8 24-pounders, and 12 of these 2-pounder swivel guns. And then we got 6-pounders in bow and stern. We could have gone 18-pounder carronades on the bow, but I usually end up behind a trade ship if I have to chase it, and therefore I like having my regular cannon on just to slow them down with a bit of grape shot and use the bow chase as intended. And sadly no carronade option on the stern, which is usually what I go for. But that's how she looks, and she's not a bad looking little ship. Decent colors out, just as she comes. Mainly the classic black hull with a bit of varnished planking, blue and red details and stuff like that. Yellow mast, but let's dress her up a bit. I like this one. She comes with 2 other options if you have the Painter DLC. This one and one that's called Velvet. I like this one. Green interior detail on raining, and big fat red line with a bit of white trim. I do like my ships in red. So there she is. Let's take her out for a spin. I'm gonna transport her over to La Mona, and we're gonna be hunting from there. So I'll bring you back once we are out at sea and found something worth engaging. See you in a second. Alright, welcome back. We are just leaving La Mona here, and it's an early morning, and we've spotted sails on the horizon. It's a French LGV. Let's grit our teeth on an LGV first up and see how that goes, and then depending on how much time it takes, we'll probably move into a warship fight as well. Let's get her attacked up. Now I do have repairs on. I've kitted her out just as I would for any regular fight. It's not a through the ranks one where I've got no repairs, no perks on. I got my trade perks on, so no massive repair bonuses or anything. I just got prepared and sexton for fighting. The rest is all trade based. So that should be fairly similar as a relatively new player with a few perk points only. Got 5 rounds of repairs on, 1 round of rig, and 200 rum on. So should be good for a fight here. We are coming up behind her, so we'll probably end up tagging to the front, overtake her, go sideways, and then just give her a single pounding of chain. We've got carrots loaded, so chains aren't going to be as controllable as usual. Popping up. Just overshot a bit. Yeah, just slightly ahead of her. Alright, gonna load chains on the starboard side. Gonna go chains on the bow. And since we got 6-pounders on the stern as well, we might as well load chains there. We're gonna do a pretty hard starboard turn here. Full complement of gun crew. Take a few shots in the rear here, but manage. Overshot. Mind. Go, coming up front. Why are we firing from the stern here? Go, a bit of damage to the sails. I'm just gonna give her one more round. Oh, good measure. See if we can cut in. She is angling away from us. She's doing full speed, so we might as well too. Just gonna adjust the cannon sound a bit here. The overall volume. Just. There we go. Alright, we're going to disable the top deck for this one. The 2-pounder swivel guns don't load change up. Bowers loads, just going to turn in. More of a chain, boom boom, low. He is running. So 72%. We've got her under control by that. If needed, we can outrun her without any issues. But most importantly, we got control of the engagement by speed and maneuver now. We did even going into the fight, but now we're absolutely sure that we have it as we want it. Right. Bit mindful of the wind here. Go down. She's turning into the wind, oddly enough. Bit late there. We got the dispersion of the carronades not helping, but we managed to take out his entire rear. Gonna go back to battle sails. Every time we pass in behind him, we're gonna fire the wow, the dispersion on this guy. Not this guy, but this boat. No books on it, no upgrades to really handle the dispersion. I know we get a little bit. No, we actually don't. We get traverse from the French gunner. Turn in slightly once more. Give her a broadside. Try to get it done. Leveling out. Misses. Alright, let's catch up. Things are loaded on the bow guns. Let them focus in. Down 66. And you can see the swivel guns here mounted high on the railing all down the side here. Right, we're gaining on her fast. Let's see if we can actually do a decent amount of damage being broadside to broadside with her. I'm going to come up on her starboard side. Disable stun guns, we don't need them now. And disable the opposite battery as well. And we're coming in now. Wait, sorry. Not my intention. Fire. We're gonna fire. And fly with what we have. Broadside to broadside. With the carronades on, we definitely on top of her. Right, I'm gonna slow down here. I'm still keeping up battle sails. I'm just churning my yard arms. That is gonna help us slow down a bit. Reload is pretty slow. We don't have any books to increase our reload. And we're still gaining on. Okay, I'm going down to half sails. Two pounders are penetrating, not doing a massive amount of damage though. No wonder. Taking a bit of a damage boost, but not much. Prepare for boarding here. What we could have done for upgrades, I put the Nassau borders on. But what we also could have done is actually use stuff like ladders and hooks. As we are slightly lower, if you notice the height of the sides here, our freeboard is lower than the Indians. Oh, passed over. I would imagine like taking out. Oh, and you might have been the aim angle. Alright, we're almost full preparation. See if we can turn her a bit. I am not convinced we can. She should have the weight. We'll try. No, we're not pushing her anywhere. We may have her end up counter-turning us though. Yep. Just waiting for her to counter-turn. No immediate rush. And change grape shot, and the two pounders doesn't do grape shot. Two. Find that odd though. Pretty sure they had grape shot for a small caliber as well. Anyway. Just gonna kill off a bit of crew here. Then we're gonna do a starboard turn away from her, and that hopefully makes the AI actually turn with the wind. We'll see. Grape shots loaded. $13 off. And let's turn out. She fires. And she turns. Perfect. Hopefully we can get her to do what I want here by continuing to turn, but it's not sure that we can. No, she's already flattened now. And here she comes the other way. Go battle sails, get a bit more ahead. Keep turning out in front of him. Should hopefully force him to turn the other way around. Viable option here is, of course, just to sink him. Right, he is pushing us. Alright, release the hold. Power slow down. Oh, we're too far ahead now, so he's going to be pushing around in a circle unless we can get him disengaged. Well, we cannot. Alright. Time to adjust. Let him pass, come in behind him. They're fired from the rear, but late. There's LG who doesn't want to play ball. We're just going to kill him now, I think. We have two options here. We can go on his already wounded side and kill him by shooting that. That will be faster. But if you want to maximize damage, you'll go for his left side and reduce that side armor as well, and then sink him. It'll mean more damage output, or more damage done in the fight. Therefore more XP done. Let's go for that one. Chain isn't loaded. Never mind the chains. One reload up on the side. I'm gonna keep my crew on for a boarding if we get there, but if we don't, I still got one battery fully manned, so got crew enough to prepare for both eventualities here. Alright, we're gaining slowly. Slightly higher with the swivels. Gonna angle up for 2 reasons. One, if he reloads faster than us, we'll deflect some of the shots. 2, we're gonna close the distance and get a more oomph out of our carronades here. Doesn't look like he's ready to fire. We're still gonna flatten out. From what we've seen so far, we know we can tank the damage, and I therefore don't mind getting up close and personal here. Returning to. Alright, he's trying to force us to get into a better wind position. Fair enough. We don't mind, we're just going to kill him anyway. Click. And he's doing a hard turn. We're gonna follow him. But now again. I really like the new AI update. They do tend to maneuver a bit more, try to force you a bit, get into a bit of position, stuff like that. Early on, they were just traders would just run in a straight line. I do like this update. Lost a bit of crew, a bit of armor, but we're going to take him down. Fired high. Came in between 2 waves just as I fired. We fired across his deck instead of into him. Fire. 32s. Good angle. There we go. Judging the role of your own ship and the enemy ship means that you can sometimes fire over him if you're not careful, but otherwise, other times if you plan it right, you'll get onto the roll right and then fire down and into his hold instead of across his deck. Angle a little bit. The rear gun's in. There we go. Wait for the roll. He's up. And fire. Very close to 1-on-1 on damage on that side right now, so we may want to do a cheeky little handbrake turn, get in behind him, take the other side down instead. And he's going to help us by turning out in front of us. Watch the bowsprit. adjust our angle, get a bit more speed up. Having a sip of coffee as we wait. And some more. We're not going to get into the boarding situation now anyway. He's going to die very soon. So, removing my boarding crew now, as I do have people in emergency repair. I could pop a repair, but I don't think it's needed. And I don't need to use rum either yet. So, that's why I'm holding off. If you're not comfortable in the situation you are, you want to keep on top of your repairs. And I should have repaired a long time ago if you were being cautious. I'm pretty confident you can take it, and that's why I haven't done it yet. Therefore, I can save my repairs for the next fight. Whenever that will be. And she is slowing down. Are we going to do a handbrake turn? Stay on top of her. She's slowing down. Turning our yards to slow ourselves down. Not sure she's completely set in the water. No, she's not. Just slowed. This roll time will slow her completely down. And that's the pump out, so she's taking on water heavily now. Alright, this one's in the bag. We're at an angle, can't really shoot at us, and we can still penetrate at this angle, so just a matter of time. And she's taking on water heavily already. That it's random, didn't want to do that. Matter. High. I think I've mentioned it before, but I don't use carrows too often. I'm more of a long gun guy. So I've still got to adjust for the angle sometimes a bit more than I'm used to. Alright, she's finished. Good. He's sunk any minute now. We'll keep firing just to maximize how much we may be doing and how much actually we gain from this. Bye bye Frenchie. There she went. Let's see how much we got. A few white oak logs, that's a good find. Provisions. Ship will be overloaded. We've got locust. Take whatever locust we can, and then 183, and we're full. Battle's over. Let's get out and see how much we got. Uh, 36,000 reals, 670 XP. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Alright, we are close to Mona. We're full in our hold, completely stocked up here. The white oak logs was a decent find. Locust, yeah. What it is, what it is. I am going to go back to Mona, unload, repair, recrew, and head back out. But I'll be doing that fight in a separate video. Hope you like this look at the Pandora. I'll be back next time with another fight in the Pandora before we continue through the rank series. But I know there's been a rather big demand for frigate and early game ship play, so hope you like it. Until next time, stay safe.